Hi, welcome to another book haul. I know, you just saw me, but you're seeing me again. I'll probably upload these at different times today, maybe at the same, who knows? Who knows what's going to happen? But this is a book haul. It is from the Friends of the Library book haul that I went to this month with my husband, and we had so much fun because cheap books are awesome. I'm also going to throw in a couple of books I picked up at the Goodwill just because I don't want to have to record another book haul and because everything now will go into February. Ready? Okay. So the first one I got is Spring Snow by Yukio Mishima. This is the first book in the Sea of Fertility tetralogy. Tetralogy? I don't even know if you can get this in a single anymore. It's a little mass market paperback. I have read some Mishima before, so I figured I would give this one a shot. Again, 50 cents, how can you go wrong? And this is about two young lovers and their tragic passion in a Japan beset by stark class divisions and cruelly shifting values. Who doesn't love some class division and cruelly shifting values? And a really cute cover photo. So, not too big, not too small. Just the size of Fernie. This one I thought was really interesting. This is a Wordsworth classic, and I paid 50 cents for it. Looks like it was originally $1, so I mean. And it's called East of the Sun, West of the Moon. It's by Peter Absbjornsen. And this is 33 Scandinavian folk tales. Because who doesn't need Scandinavian folktales? Like, I love Scandinavian folktales. I actually like fairy tales more than folktales, but I think they're the same thing. So that's going to be fun, and maybe it'll be something I read before bed, like just read a couple of these before bed so that you're not really following anything heavy and you can sleep easier. I don't know. What do you think? I picked up Everything I Never Told You by Celeste Ng. I have absolutely no idea what this is about, but I've seen it everywhere. It appears to be it's set in the 1970s. Sounds good to me. It's put out by Penguin. I have seen that it was reviewed a few times on Booktube, so I might go back and look at those and see what other people have thought. Again, $1. $1. It's pretty much my whole theory for everything. Washington Irving's The Legend of Sleepy Hollow and Other Stories. Now, in spite of the fact that they've put this stupid covering on it, I hate this shiny covering. And it was clearly a classic at the library. How could I not pick up a Penguin Classics version of Sleepy Hollow? I don't have a copy of Sleepy Hollow, so now I do. Because Gothic fiction. Seriously, if you know of some Gothic fiction and you think I haven't read it, tell me so I can read it. Because I need to read it all. The Monk by Sinclair Lewis is possibly one of the best works of Gothic fiction I've read in a while. Now, A Visit from the Goon Squad. I wanted to read this for a while. I remember this coming out. I remember looking at it. I picked it up at the library many times and I never actually bought it. And now it was $1. So, an aging punk rock and record executive. I'm sorry. Recovering punk rocker? Yes. Okay, that's just a little too me. So, they're going to be intertwining characters and awesomeness and New York Times Review Best Book. Like, can you go wrong? No, you can't. I wanted to read that for a while, so it really doesn't bug me that it took me this long. Because you should see my to-read shelves. I might have to do a shelf slam soon. Then I picked up Orphan Train, which I knew little to nothing about, but I knew that my friend Aileen had read it, and she liked it. So, I knew she liked it, and I think I read the synopsis. But, it's about a train with orphans. It's well reviewed. It's got French flaps and deckled pages, which of course do nothing for me, but hey, I like Aileen's taste. I trust her. Now this book is going to make you laugh. I picked up The Crossing by Cormac McCarthy, and then I realized after I got home that I pulled my husband. This is the vintage edition, which is gorgeous. I love the way this looks. Aesthetically, I find it pleasing. So my husband has this thing where he'll buy books, or he'll pick up a book and bring it home. Like he'll buy a book, he'll bring it home, or he'll get it on his Kindle, only to find that it's the third or fourth in a series, because he never checks. Well, I did that with this. This is part 2 of a trilogy. I've never read any Cormac McCarthy, so I picked up part 2. Apparently, I need to read All the Pretty Horses first, so I'll probably pick that up, probably in a vintage edition, because I have to have everything the samesies, as my nieces would say. Samesies. When you're only a year apart and your mother tells you you have to have samesies. You start telling Auntie everything has to be samesies. Yep, that's my life. I also picked up The Devil in White City, Murder, Magic, and Madness at the Fair That Changed America. I believe this is a story about H.H. Holmes. Yeah, it's about H.H. Holmes. It's by Eric Larson. He's actually from the area I am currently in, which is the Pacific Northwest, the Puget Sound region. And I have read Beasts in the Garden of Beasts, or Beasts in the Garden of Night, or Night in the Garden of Beasts. Is this one new enough that it's going to tell me about his other works? No, it's not. So I have read that one, the one about Germany during the World War II. So I'm excited about this because I love serial killers and I really liked Eric Larson's work. I'm not allowed to read Dead Weight until my husband's out of the Navy. That's a rule we've put in our household. Not allowed to read or watch things about shipwrecks or a general war until he's out. Right. So, next up. This is Money by Martin Ami. Hoping he's French. Are you French, Martin? Or am I just saying your name French because it looks French? No, doesn't say. Although he did win the Somerset Maugham Award. And then they have a little write-up about the guy who did the artwork for the cover. This is a penguin... what's the word? What are the words for these ones? You know, the classic deluxe pretty editions. I like the tattoo stuff on it. Really, I think I bought it because it was a penguin edition with the tattoo stuff. The Ink series. Because it's pretty. And, yeah, it's about money. This has an average of 3.5 stars on Goodreads. I have no idea if I'll like it. But again, $1. I'm sounding like that's what she read. It was $1. Who cares? I picked up the Doomsday Key. I'm not sure which book this is in the Sigma Force novels. I've read the first Sigma Force novel. I bought the second Sigma Force novel. I have no idea which one this is. It's good tripe. I'm sorry, but I like fluff books. If you've ever watched Peter Likes Books, or Peter Loves Books, or Peter Who Reads the Books, he was talking about reading the drugstore books. I do read the drugstore books, and this is one of my latest drugstore book likings. Mostly because there's anthropology and ethnography in it, and I've been trained as an anthropologist. It's really hard to get out of your system. Next one I picked up was solely because of Kitty G and her Females of Sci-Fi. I got Ursula K. Le Guin's The Left Hand of Darkness. Okay, so in university I took a sci-fi fantasy class, the history of sci-fi and fantasy, and we ended up reading The Dispossessed. I didn't enjoy The Dispossessed at all, and I've read the Earthsea trilogy. I'm kind of indifferent to Ursula K. Le Guin, but I'm going to give her another try. Of course, this one said ethnologist on it, so I was like, yeah, okay, I'm willing to run the gamut for that one. I'm willing to try, and the 50 cents I could not resist. I picked up McTeague by Frank Norris. This is a Penguin classic. I love these ones because they have all the stuff in the back that just make me happy. This one has nothing in the back, actually. This one is solid McTeague. there's a lot of introduction. Maybe that'll make me happy. And apparently, this is interesting. Someone took the time to write the Goodreads score in it for me. Thank you. It's a story of San Francisco. And I honestly bought it because of that it was a penguin like this, because usually those are good. The downfall of a slow-witted dentist and his a vicarious wife. Powerful insights into conflicting forces of heredity and social conditioning. A compelling narrative force resounding with a sense of life as an epic. Okay, whatever. I'll read it. Then, is this big enough for you? And of course, it's the giant honkin' edition. What is in the back here? Is that still the book? That is still the bloody book. That's how big the book is. Oh my god. I honestly thought that there was going to be more, like, stuff. This is the whole book. Wow. This is intense. But I'm going to read it. War and Peace by Leo Tolstoy. And the pages, you know, the printing's small. It's nice and small. I'm sure this will be fun. Fun. I will have fun with that. And I picked it up because Leo Tolstoy for 50 cents. And again, I like the Penguin Classic Edition. Another edition of pretty much anything that I will buy if I see it in this is the Oxford World Classics Moby Dick. I have never read Moby Dick, or I think I might have tried once, and it was very painful. So this one has some explanatory notes in the back, thank goodness. And the pages appear to have it printed a little bigger. We've got introductions and notes on the text, which make me really happy. Thank you, Oxford Press. And we all know what the story of Moby Dick is about. Will I be reading it while my husband's at sea? No. That is my honest-to-goodness answer. I think that one was $1. So then my Goodwill finds include this little Penguin 60s classic, which is Henri de Balzac, The Atheist's Mass. And I'm sorry, but how can you go wrong with The Atheist's Mass? It was originally 60p, which I imagine means 60 pence. The second thing I picked up, again, a penguin, because apparently I'm really into picking up old penguins, is James Joyce, a portrait of the artist as a young man. Because James Joyce, yet not painfully long. I saw this and I thought, hey, for $1.50, maybe I should read The Road by Cormac McCarthy. I've never read a Cormac McCarthy. I got book 2 in a series, but hey, I hear this one's very depressing and wonderful. That sounds like something I need to read. This one I was actually looking for a bit because I do want to read it. This one has a lot of notes in the back, actually. And it is North and South by Elizabeth Gaskell. I have and have read her biography of Emily Bronte? Charlotte Bronte. And apparently people have been writing in this one too. Did you give me the Goodreads? No, you didn't. This is a Penguin Classic Edition, also $1.50, and while the spine is cracked and that bugs me, I will live for $1.50. The last book I picked up, also a penguin, and I love this. Look at that. Look at that. That's so cute. Is The Shadow of Wind by Carlos Ruiz Zafón. I've seen this one a few times on Booktube, and it's about a bookseller's son, who sets out to find a bunch of authors' works, but they're slowly being deleted from the world. What the heck is going on? Ow. Who knows? So this looks to be a chunky little monkey, but I will enjoy it. And that is everything I picked up during January and February. I'm hoping not to pick up very much because I don't know how much I'm going to be able to read. There you have it. So I will see you in a while with whatever else I choose to upload for book content. This is your last haul of January. I hope everyone has a great reading in February.